Howdy y'all. We're just going through our poultry emergency supply kit. We go through it twice a year to see what we're low on or out of, and replace it before emergencies happen generally. One time is at the beginning of spring. I'm a little late, actually. I should have done this a few weeks ago. And the other time is usually just before, around fall-ish, about every 6 months. And I thought that I would share with you guys some of the things that we keep in our poultry supply kit and the reason why. If you have a bird that you suspect a vitamin deficiency or a niacin deficiency, people like to call it, it's not always going to be niacin. Niacin is only one of the B vitamins. There are a bunch of other ones. So it also could be E vitamins they're deficient in, or selenium. So it's best to hit them with everything all at one time. I'm out of a bunch of this stuff, but B complex, like you buy for yourself from Walmart, Walgreens, Dollar Store. B complex though, not B12 or any others. B complex, liquid, sublingual. Let me stop moving it around so you can read. Gel caps, vitamin E and selenium together if you can find it. If you cannot find it, you can get just vitamin E gel caps. Walmart, I'm out of them. I need to get them. They also sell selenium tablets. They don't have a liquid, which would be preferable, but they do sell tablets that you can crush up and sprinkle into this recipe that you will be making with these items. If you can't find selenium in the store, you can also go to Tractor Supply or another farm store and you can buy goat paste. It's E and selenium together. You can give them a pea-sized drop of that also. Fish oil. I like to add fish oil because sometimes they need the omegas. It helps with a lot of issues, particularly vitamin deficiencies and reproduction issues, egg laying problems, soft eggs, things like misshapen eggs, things like that. So what you would do is take a cup of starter feed, chick starter, unmedicated chick starter, and add cook an egg. You can hard boil it or whatever. Don't use like butter or salt or anything. Just egg. Chop it up real tiny. Mix it in with the cup of starter feed, and then add 1 ml, which is 1 ml, which is 1 dropper full of B complex liquid, 1 capsule of E and selenium, or E, or 1 pea-sized drop of the goat paste, 1 fish oil capsule. And that's it. Then you mix it up and you feed that to them twice a day. Usually for about 2 weeks is what it takes to, you're going to see a difference pretty quickly if it's a vitamin deficiency or Rhineck. However, if you don't continue it for the 2 weeks, it won't last. They'll have a relapse. They'll go back to it. You're helping me. One really important one, especially with most antibiotics, you have to have a prescription from a vet now. As of now, you can still order this online. It does take a few weeks usually to get, so you want to have it on hand. It's a broad spectrum antibiotic. You can give it to your ducks, chickens, turkeys, geese, guinea fowl, any ornamental bird, your parrots, pigeons, finches, birds. There are directions on the back. If you're dosing a chicken, goose, or duck, you're going to follow the pigeon dose. You mix it in their water. It's the only water they get to drink while they are being treated. It's usually 3 to 5 days. Corid. This you want to have on hand just in case. Toxidosis shows its nasty head in your flock. This one is for respiratory. It's an antibiotic for respiratory infections. The first one that I showed you, the triple C, is a broad spectrum. So that is, broad spectrum is when you really don't know what's going on, but you know you need an antibiotic. This one is for respiratory ailments, infections. I'm not sure if you need a prescription for this. No, I think that you do. I already have this. Epsom salt. Unscented, just plain old Epsom salt. Really, really important to have on hand because almost everything with poultry, the first step is an Epsom salt. So it can also be used, as a system flush for impaction or poisoning, metal toxicity, botulism. When they drink the water, it flushes their system. It is not actually a salt, so it doesn't dehydrate them to drink it. It's mineral salt. Activated charcoal, another one. This is a flush. If your bird eats screw, metal, drinks some gross water and gets botulism, any kind of poisoning, activated charcoal. Like I said, the Epsom salt also works, but in more serious cases, you're probably gonna want to have this on you. For eye injuries or eye infections, severe ones that need a compress, you can take a black tea bag, get it wet with warm, not hot, but very warm water, and hold it over the eye. Black tea only. If you have to give liquid medicine, if you cannot get your bird to eat or drink, and you have to give medication, liquid medication, I recommend that you use a glass eyedropper. In order to do this, never do oils. If they aspirate oil, you're in real trouble. Only liquids. So, like the vitamin B liquid, or if you need to give them antibiotic water and they won't drink. You use this, you go to the far right, far left, all the way back on the very far right or left, because their windpipe, their air pipe is right down the middle. You need to miss that. You gotta go really, really far and very slowly, one drop at a time. You can give that to them down their throat that way. If you have a bird with an injury, and you need to treat them, but they're not necessarily the happiest about being touched, or being inside, or being confined, first, you can put a friend in with them if they have a friend that's not going to bully them or pick at them to keep them company. Second of all, you can give 5 to 10 milligrams of melatonin to your bird to help them calm down every 6 hours. For pain, I see a lot of people recommending ibuprofen and Tylenol, and those are not really safe long term, and could cause a problem pretty quickly, depending on your bird. The only thing that is really truly safe, besides going to a vet and getting a prescription for like pain medicine, children's chewable aspirin. You're gonna have a half of one of these every 4 to 6 hours. They dissolve, so you can put them in a little bit of water. You can hide them in a treat. You can dissolve them and inject them into a treat. Same thing with the melatonin. You can do that the same way. Makes medicine given a little easier. If you can't find the children's chewable aspirin, the only other thing that you can safely use is the adult low-dose 81 milligram aspirins. They can have a half of that also every 4 to 6 hours. Those are the only 2 over-the-counter pain medications I recommend for poultry. Children's Benadryl or diphenhydramine is the generic. Bee stings, fire ant stings, like that, you can give 1 ml of the liquid children's Benadryl. Wound wash, saline wound wash, great for rinsing out cuts and wounds. You're also going to give them an Epsom salt soak and clean all the wounds out with that, but this is great for spraying out wounds after the Epsom salt bath. Saline for eyes. This is a veterinary one. This is horses and ponies, but you can use it on birds too. I also use it on horses. They get stuff in their eye if they have an eye infection. Foamy eye, which is common in spring during mating season. Rinse it out before you use terramycin. Terramycin, the most expensive tiny little tube of eye ointment you will ever buy. But it's worth it. When they get an eye infection, the foamy eye, a little tiny dab of this on a gloved finger in the corner of the eye twice a day, knock it right out. Prid. If your bird has bumblefoot, which is a infection in the foot caused by maybe stepping on something sharp, a stick or something, and then bacteria gets in and causes an infection. You want to have this stuff, because this stuff is going to help. So you are going to use this and wrap it, and then if you have a really particularly difficult case, you will one day put this on and wrap, then next day you'll put this on and wrap. This and some raw honey. I buy mine locally and obviously more. You mix those 2, 3 parts coconut oil, 1 part raw honey. And then one day you do the prid, one day you do the coconut oil and raw honey, and then you wrap it. And after a few days, the scab should loosen up, soften up, and fall off because you're putting this stuff on. A lot of people will tell you to cut it. You don't have to do that. You have to cut your bird. For the most part. Most cases you don't have to do that. Gauze, you wrap, I don't have it anymore because we're apparently out of it, but painter's tape or frog tape. Just to secure, make sure that the sticky, even though that wrap sticks to itself, you want a little. I did a video. Oh, I missed this on the antibiotics thing. Fish mox, aqua mox. I think you need a prescription for this now too, but this is another broad spectrum antibiotic. It's good to have on hand. Also, fruit juice, corn syrup, didn't grab it, but baking powder and a little bit of table salt mixed in electrolyte mix in the summer. On electrolytes, 2 or 3 days max. It's bad for their livers any longer than that. We don't want to give electrolytes and vitamins all the time. It's not good for their livers. So 2 or 3 days on electrolyte mixes. Vitamins is okay if you use the water-soluble ones like I showed you. The people ones that are liquid, those are water-soluble, so what they don't need passes out. So those are okay, but those mixes that people have their birds drink all the time are not real great for them long-term. It's probably not going to be a popular statement. I think that's everything that I got out today. I will do another one. I will do another video on it with some more items. Hope you guys learned something and enjoyed it. Come back and see us.